I find it funny how these Republicans pretend to care about the Israeli government and like be against anti-Semitism, while also like supporting Trump, who had a dinner with a Nazi, Nick Fuentes, as well as supported the Nazis of the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, claiming that Nazis were good people, and many other things that Trump has done that was anti-Semitic, as well as many of the right wingers claiming that it's Jewish people that control the world and causing, uh, and that Jewish people are replacing Americans in the United States with migrants. That is extreme anti-Semitism. They say nothing about that when it's right wingers being anti-Semitic, but the moment left-wingers speak out against the Israeli government, that's when they start screaming about anti-Semitism. Here we have a right-winger, John Thune, uh, whining about Biden withholding aid to Israel. It's just one shipment of bombs that the Israeli government doesn't need. But these people are so bloodthirsty that they want to give Israel whatever bombs and stuff that they want to kill as many Palestinians as possible.
And Collins.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Lindsay, for your leadership on this and all issues that pertain not only to America's national security interests, but to that of our allies. 72% of Americans support the idea that Israel needs to take the actions necessary to protect itself and to end the rule and reign of Hamas, a terrorist organization operating not only there but in that entire region of the world. That is a much larger percentage of the American people, obviously, than support what Joe Biden is doing. And as has been pointed out, this is an opportunity for America to stand shoulder to shoulder with our closest ally and to convey to the people of that country that the United States is a reliable ally and that we can be.
Okay, halting one shipment of bombs that the Israeli government doesn't need doesn't show that the United States still isn't like the Israeli government. So getting so upset over this one shipment is very stupid. I mean, there is no reason to be so upset over one shipment being delayed from the Israeli government. And in my opinion, if the Israeli government really needs bombs, they can make their own bombs.
Counted on. The problem with what's happening with the Biden administration today is not only does it force people to question our reliability as an ally, it puts Israel's national security interests at risk. This is insane, what is being suggested by this administration after the Congress, in huge bipartisan fashion, supported over $14 billion to go to aid Israel. This administration.
Yeah, $14 billion that the Israeli government doesn't need whatsoever. $14 billion that the United States takes from U.S. taxpayers to a different government. $14 billion that could be used to improve uh, various communities in the United States and help people. But the United States doesn't want to do that.
Would decide unilaterally, without any input from Congress or anybody else, that because they don't like the way that Israel is defending itself against this threat, that somehow they're going to start cutting off the very assistance that the United States Congress said that we want sent to Israel, to our ally, to make sure that they're able to defend themselves and to root out this, this terrorist organization operating on their border.
Right, because killing aid workers is somehow self-defense, killing innocent civilians is somehow self-defense, starving millions of people is somehow self-defense. It is idiotic to still try to claim that the Israeli government is just defending itself against Hamas when they're uh, starving millions of innocent people.
The American people support Israel overwhelmingly, as has already been pointed out. And
There's millions of people in the United States that don't support the Israeli government, so it's not overwhelmingly. that the Israeli government is supported by the American citizens. I mean, you can say that most of the U.S. government supports the Israeli government, but not most of the U.S. citizens. And what I find funny about the Democrats supporting the Israeli government, it shows how bloodthirsty they are as well. The Israeli government is committing a genocide, and the Democrats supporting them is supporting a genocide when previously they were screaming about how bad Putin is for his killings of Ukrainian people.
And they also believe that Israel needs to do what is necessary. And if that includes going into Rafah to root out the Hamas threat, then that is necessary for their very survival. This is an exist.
Right, because what there was like 20,000 Hamas militants where in the United Israel had killed a large portion of them. So how is the Israeli government fighting for survival when it has such a massive military force against Hamas? The Israeli government has tanks, they have jet fighters, they have drones, and they have nuclear arms. They're not fighting for their survival. The only people fighting for their survival are the innocent Palestinians being starved to death.
Existential threat for the people of Israel. The United States need to have their back. We'd have their back. The American people have their back. The Republicans here in the United States Senate have their back. And we will do everything we possibly can to make sure that Joe Biden, notwithstanding his statements of the last few days here, does what the American people and the United States Congress have said we need to be doing to support our strongest ally in the world.
I wonder what this dude would do if Nazis started marching in the streets, screaming anti-Semitic slurs, saying how Jewish people are evil and they control the world and we gotta stop them. Would they be against them saying stuff like that, or is it only when people speak out against the Israeli government? Because so far, Republicans never really say anything against right wingers for being Nazis and being